Hello and welcome to the next video in this training series of how to set up a blog. So this is the section where we're just doing some miscellaneous stuff, and this one is going to be about how to publish a blog post. So what we need to do is we need to go into our dashboard, our back office of our website, and I don't know what we're getting some hits. I don't know why. We shouldn't be. It's probably nothing very important. So these are your posts, and as you can see, we've got nothing there. Remember, we took away the sample post quite a few chapters before this one. So what I'm going to show you is how to set things up. Now, the first thing I would do is I would always use Google Docs or Wordpress, not WordPress, Microsoft Word, to publish your posts. And I'll tell you why this makes your life, I'll show you why this makes your life easier now. So why I think this is easier is because you can set up the document, whether it's a Google Doc or a Word document. You can set it up so that it's the same as your, so you don't have to play in your blog in the post itself. Now, one thing, like I said in the last video, just in case you didn't see it, I'll say it again. This is from the first chapter of the book, which you probably can recognize. Now, because this is a blog post, you do need to have more subheadings than you would in an ebook. So so what we'll do is what to do if your name is taken. There you go. That's one subheading. Let's do another one. How to choose an awesome domain name. There's another subheading, and okay, and that's it. So with this domain name here, you want to, domain name, subheadings, you want to put header 2. So this is going to be your header 1. Now, you don't need to change this to header 1 because it's done automatically for you in WordPress. But if you've got a header 2, like here, you want to press header 2 like that. Now, you don't want any gaps between the paragraph as well. So take out the write it with spaces to help you. But when you're publishing it, you want to take the spaces out. Okay. So there's another space, Okay. Good. Let's get rid of all this. Okay, so that's that done. Now, go back to the top once you've taken all the spaces out, and take the title off. Copy the title or cut it and put it here in your add title. All right, so that's your title. Now click on the next box, go back to the document, select everything, copy it. Oops, let's do that again. Copy it, and then just make sure you select the first. There should only be one block. Select the whole thing, And there you have it. If we go back up, go back to the top, and in fact, just check out this. Let's do a preview straight away, so you can see, so we can see what it looks like. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Now look at this writing. I think this writing is incredibly small. I don't know why. So what you can do here is select, just click so that your cursor is there. Can you see it? And then you've got font size. Make it medium. Okay, you have to go through the whole thing. It's really annoying. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but I have no idea how to. There's no, as far as I can work out, there's no default setting. It's very annoying. Anyway, do this. Now look, notice that all your subheadings, they're header 2 already, you see, so they were copied in correctly. So I'm not going to do all of this. Let's just do one more. Medium. Okay, let's preview. Now let's see what happens here. As you can see, there you are. Much better, isn't it? Much better. It's much bigger. It's very nice. This, by the way, will be your related posts here, which you can't see yet because we don't have any. But look at the difference between this and this. Look at the difference in size. It's much better, isn't it? Now, you also need to put some images. So let's go up. If you want to get an image, you can just go to, I like to put an image kind of here. Okay, so after the first paragraph of your first subheading. I don't know why. I mean, there's no real reason. You can do whatever you like, but I just think this, you know, you don't want an image straight away. So let's use now your image doesn't want to be let's go to Pixabay. Great place to get free images. And so let's do that. And let's just find, what do we do? Domain names. So we're writing a post about domain names. So let's see if we can find an image that looks quite nice. That's quite good. There you are. It's pretty boring, to be honest. But for the moment, I don't care. Let's just use this. Now you should log in, but I'm not going to bother because we are going to use the smallest image. Okay, so you don't need to log into that one. So let's just download it, and let's just download it here. Okay, now let's go back to this. Now the easiest way to do this is, look, just click on that. Now you can click upload, you can go to your media library. There's not much in, well, there's all this rubbish from earlier. I still haven't got rid of it, but I will. But the easiest way, the easiest way if you've just downloaded an image is just to click on it and drag it into the box itself. Okay. Also, put an alt text domain name, something like that. Let's see. I like to center it as well. Okay. Now let's see what that looks like. It might be too, if it's too big, we can fix it. It won't be too small. Let's have a look. Alright, well that's alright, isn't it? So let's leave it like that. Now you see, basically what we're doing is we're splitting up the text. to make it easier to read. Right. So how to choose an awesome domain name? Well, because I'm going to suggest that people use the Namecheap link, I might actually just use a Namecheap image. So let's go to the image there. There you are. Now look at the sizes here. What we're looking for is something 640 to 480 or something around that. So if you can find something that's similar, that's great. That's too small. That's square. That's square. You don't want square. Definitely not. That's too big. I mean, again, don't make a big thing about this. That's a shame. If that was a bit bigger, that would have been quite good. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just. Oh, hang on a minute. Sorry, I apologize. One other thing we need to do. Now, you need to be careful that you're not stealing other people's stuff. So what I do is labeled for reuse. Okay. Now that means that anything here you can reuse. It's not, as you can see, now there's almost nothing here, which is, let's try logo. Yeah, still nothing. There's that one. Okay, so because that's pretty terrible, we're not going to bother. Let's go back to this and let's do we're doing choosing, aren't we? So let's try choice. You can be quite inventive with these images, because remember, they're not really there for any reason except to break up. That's quite good. I quite like that one actually. To break up the text, so it doesn't matter as long as they're reasonably relevant. Of course, you don't want to put, I don't know, a donkey or something if it's about choosing a good domain name. That doesn't have much relevance. So let's do the same thing again. Click on that and then click on this. Remember to center it. Alright, now let's make these bigger as well. Oh, wrong one. Now we're going to stop in a minute and then we're going to carry on with a part 2, because this is quite long. And so we're just going to do this, and damn it, I keep doing the wrong one, because normally I use my mouse, but I'm not using my mouse at the moment. And then let's make that let's do some the other side of it so we can see what it looks like. Okay. All right, let's preview. And we now have pretty good, isn't it? Pretty good stuff. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop and we're going to carry on with the second part of this video, which will be about SEO, which is the Yoast plugin we talked about ages ago when we were talking about plugins. So I'm going to stop this now and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, cheers. Bye-bye.